Well, look, that's a lot of pressure for Arbed. It is the hopes and dreams of EG for not only this major, but TI as we head into Game 3 with Gareth and Lacoste.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on them. It's effectively now a best of one riding on a great shot here in Game 3 of this best of 3. And Saberlight giving a shout out as well to Moon Meander, the one TSM player that's not at the LAN playing.
Yeah, he's the only one who didn't make it in the end. They did.
Stormstormer still wandering around, but he can't find that ward because he can't aggro his own tower.
Hawk will scout crit near the outpost, so it's going to be 2-for-2 trade.
Yeah, so balls at level 1, we've seen this kind of switch up sometimes from Beastmasters going for axes level 1, but in this
paper, so for now it seems like EG is going to be potentially running an aggressive tri-lane for now. They want to secure Alchemist farm, especially if you bring an extra hero. I like this a lot from EG, because Acid Spray is an AoE ability. It does connect with 3 heroes, Fatal Bond, the more the merrier.
And look at Nightfall. There is nobody down at bottom. It's going to come down to Fly's Warlock to TP there and get what experience he can, because DP, she's, well, in between tier 1, tier 2 mid, figuring out where exactly she needs to be. Getting ahead of the curve in terms of lane swapping.
For now.
That's the thing, right? The advantage you have if you're the second one to move, the reactor's advantage in terms of lane swaps, so not wanting to waste those TPs early on.
Fly did pull Creep Wave back to bottom lane, so arteezy will still manage to get some XP and potentially one last hit from it.
One last hit, punch the creep. Didn't level anything up just yet though. Might want to go for that acid spray early to contend with the boars.
Position, and Clockwork connects with Cogs plus a Spirit Siphon. Unfortunately, Nightfall does not have a Spirit Siphon available right now, but this bottom lane, Fatal Bonds and Acid Spray, it's very annoying to deal with because you naturally push in the wave, and this, like, Beastmaster doesn't have a way to deal with it, especially because he started with Boar level 1.
Nightfall pretty speedy to get away from the link. We're all down at bottom. arteezy, he's being battered by the Arctic Burn and the hits from the Beastmaster, but with the Shadower there, it's Fly who's the one in trouble. Pops his wand, had some charges, but dies to Saberlight.
A lot of slows. Boar plus Splinter Blast and also Arctic Burn, very difficult for Warlock to survive in this lane, especially if he's caught on the side.
Kind of handed over a lot more resources to Entity in that bot lane than maybe you'd expect. A Nightmare on crit up top, goes for the TP, knowing that now the Nightmare's gone, there are no stuns to cancel it.
Over this matchup being very active and making stuff done, especially like after 10 minutes when Alchemist is very vulnerable. He wants to be able to farm his Radiance. Splinter Blast not gonna connect.
Close to killing Fly. Not.
He's been on point, and this is why his Beastmaster is feared when he plays off lane, but you know, he's playing the off lane right now.
And arteezy pretty much out of mana.
A lot of pressure on arteezy. Does have a Soul Ring to work with. Fly trying to stabilize the lane with putting more points in Shadow Word. And here they go, playing aggressive. Concoction. A lot of slow. They see Concoction and run away.
Charges it up, chucks it out. And you're right, Entity just calmly resetting, dragging that wave back in towards their own tier 1. 6 minutes in, Rune is about to spawn, and it's an illusion that Arbed barely bottles. Stormstormer silenced by the Waning Rift on his way out. The puck will get to the high ground safely. And they did have Bane rotate into top, so it's an attempt from both teams to really safeguard these early active runes for their mid laners. But look at bottom. arteezy dead, left alone. And Entity find the kill on the Alk.
Entity started playing aggressively.
And EG have given up on bot lane. Full-time jungling now. It looks like arteezy's made the call to ditch. And this means it's freedom for Entity to push tier 1. While EG unable to really make the same kind of waves in the top lane. DP's bottom of the net worth of the cores. Crit has struggled to get in on top of this Bane. While, you know, Razor doing pretty well for himself. Very soon going to have top 3 cores of that net worth board all be entities. Good avalanche from Stormstormer, bottles the arcane rune. The coil comes in onto him as Nightfall's Exo focusing the tiny. EG bring numbers. Crit will die, but the big kill onto Stormstormer will be claimed up by the Death Prophet.
I like that arteezy is going back to bottom lane, or at least he tried to go bottom and pick up an extra wave. Good sleep from Fishman will keep him alive.
Yeah, he wanted the courier though, didn't he?
arteezy wants to get any farm that he can, because a lot of heroes did show near the Roshan, so he thought, you know what, Beastmaster can't really solo kill me. Fishman, in the end, he dies.
Hey, he drags them away from any kind of tower push or any core kill. So Exorcism kills the Tiny, kills the Bane. Decent maneuver there from Nightfall.
With no real commitment. He didn't use anything, didn't waste his mana, does have that Ring of Bassi, does have a Raindrop that you mentioned, and being very annoying. This Hawk will cause a lot of issues for EG, scouting things out, especially where arteezy's...
Still some creeps from arteezy. Grabs the Bounty Rune. And that bottom portion of the map all belongs to Entity. Up at top, EG trying to make moves into the dire jungle. There's some stacks here that have been built up, but Toby with that static link will aim towards crit.
Nugent creep gets him. Fishman try to go with the Brain Sap to secure the kill, and Abed comes in, steals a couple of those CSs.
Yeah, no real fear, it looks like. Just going to jaunt an orb away while Semi-Polite, he's trading on to fly, has the Dark Troll summoned.
Boars have almost 100 damage with rally from skeletons.
This is going to be some good damage onto tier 1 mid. Okay, they've got Fatal Bonds, Acid Spray, and...
Gotta be careful with the Skelly Bros. You are playing against Alchemist.
Yes.
You do not want to give away extra gold.
It's a lot of bonus money. 1,300 saved up by arteezy. Still
Easy, really struggling to find any kind of farm right now. Book needs an extra creep wave for level 6.
They've caught crit. Avalanche toss back in to Saberlight. He's trapped inside the cogs with the Beastmaster. And a few more swipes here. The boar, in fact, the last one to take down the Clockwork.
And Saberlight managing to get the last hit there with the Beastmaster.
Saberlight. Yes, 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 yes. Production. Any more words for this man?
They fake fired the last game.
In we go.
Oil on Stormstormer.
By the Tiny. Exo used as well. A lot expended here to bring down the Tiny. And what's next for EG? Can they push mid with Exorcism? Alchemist in a good position here. 5,000 net worth. He's been given room by EG with all of this noise being made on the other side of the map. And what did production just say into our ears?
They try to punish me. Yeah, I need to cast saying player's name backwards for 2 minutes.
Oh dear, well, Deba is chasing this Beastmaster, or started off for you there, a little bit of a help, but he's been roared up. Saberlight holds the puck back, the grip comes in, cancelled the Golem though. Fly looking to continue this battle with Fishman, who will nightmare back the Death Prophet, but Crit's got his number. Battery Assault and a couple of touches takes him down, and lots of ultimates expended for 1 kill on a position 5 support.
Creep. Maybe Death Prophet with the ulti, but you don't want to use that because it's going to be soaking a lot of damage. Crit getting caught.
Yeah, Clockwork, nightmared up. Tiny is also arriving, will blink, and a debut of that initiation out of the dagger. Takes down the Clockwork. I guess that they also have Fatal Bonds, right? So if they bond up that big Helm creep to some other squishier targets like the Bane or the Wyvern, maybe they can do enough damage through the summon to take the kills.
Still gonna have a hard time focusing it down. Nightfall is alone top. Relatively, there is Abed behind him, so that was a lie. It's Toby who's potentially getting caught. They're not killing Toby. I just said that, but he walks in.
Hey.
They need a good curse.
Trying to turn back onto them, but that Spirit Vessel doing wonders. Nightfall grabbing a killing spree, but in comes Stormstormer until Crit cancels the initiation with a nice hook shot. Sick little turn with a Golem drop. Fatal Bonds up onto Entity. Spirit Vessel still taking on Stormstormer, but they've slipped away. The grasp of EG on this offlane Death Prophet.
We see the cam stack. Fishman doing a lot of work on that Bane. 9 cam stack.
Huge work. And they're into Roshan. Saberlight here with his ancient granite golem tanking up and allowing Stormstormer to wail away at the big man in the pit. Evil geniuses. They're not smoked, they're trying to prep themselves, it looks like. It's too late to contest. So they'll just de-ward and find themselves a little bit of space elsewhere on the map. And what does this first Aegis give Entity? Is this just a tower-taking Aegis?
Who's gonna be the one picking it up? Okay, they're gonna give it to Stormstormer. Always feel like you're on the clock.
Do you fear that Abed is too far behind? 7,000 net worth, bottom of the cores. He's given a lot of room to arteezy to pick things up right as the hook shot. Hang on a second, crit. He's found the Wyvern, a key target. Gets up to the high ground, but burnt alive as arteezy stuns himself in the back. They're focusing down Nightfall though. The coil there as the roar from Saberlight catches Warlock. Doesn't have Golem or anything like that, so picked off in a 2-for-1. The buyback from Wyvern allowing Entity to continue fighting, and arteezy, he's being burst down by the Stormstormer. Tiny, crit inside his own cogs, killed off. The Saberlight Hawk comes in and snipes him.
They didn't have Rock available to reinitiate, still on cooldown for 15 seconds. I'd say a bit too greedy there from EG, fighting into this Aegis, and this is the big timing for Entity that we did mention, because Tiny does have 2 items. Echo Saber will start to scale, Beastmaster with the Helm of the Overlord, and also Razor with his BKB. Presence.
He's got that aura, the champion's aura. Another little Hawk dive bomb maybe opens things up for Toby to kill off Fly. arteezy and crit. Toying with the Razor, but a BKB gets away from the concoction. The Golem defensively dropped on top of them. Katomi does still have that curse to play around with as crit blown up by Saberlight. They've killed the Golem. A 3-man coil comes. Roar cancelled out a little bit by the phase shift. They can't get the targeting onto the pod, but Stormstormer's in the back. Blows up the DP. EG are crumbling. Crit is brought back to try and continue this fight, but there's no way back in. Entity so strong as this 5-man unit. Abed, he's hiding behind the tree line. They're going to find the puck here, potentially no. They shift away, look for crit instead. Focus the Clockwork as the easier target, and the Granite Golem pummels him down.
Nicely done by Entity. A bit of a savior butt assist syndrome there from EG. But will be able to back him up. They're like, oh, Razor's in. This is our real carry. You know, Saberlight's playing Beastmaster, so we better save that Razor.
A Stormstormer finds an easy pick on the Warlock. Well, arteezy. Oh, this is dangerous. He doesn't have TP.
Oh, he found him.
They find him inside the tree line. Dive bomb there will catch him with a stun. Concoction launched out, but too little too late. EG just don't seem synchronized. They're all over the place, not playing together, dropping ultis when, you know, like you say, they should be backing up potentially. While Entity are so tight-knit, they are together, holding hands, and finding every fight they need. BKB done for Saberlight. Incredibly difficult to kill this man now as the dive bomb there. We'll see it in action onto Nightfall. Razor arrives, the roar from Saberlight, trying to secure this kill, even through the Shadow Word. They have enough damage.
Saberlight having a perfect game, 8-0 and 4, taking that early tier 1 tower, rotating to mid, securing that one, and then being all over the place, getting the pickoffs. And I heard you saying the dive bomb like 6 times in the last couple of minutes. So this shard, extremely powerful, does allow you to have like initiation into a follow-up stun, and also providing a lot of vision. Like his control of the units have been amazing. Allies, every single time you cast it.
Yes, dive! Okay, EG. Let's see what you can do. Oh, man. Alchemist is, what, 2,000 net worth behind the Beastmaster at this point, and that is not a good sign. The smoke breaks, the hookshot misses. Toby even BKB'd preemptively. Looking for an opening now to maybe fight into EG's line, but realizing it's not worth going up high ground. You're ahead, you've got a 10k lead. It's like the same as last game, right? They had Black Hole, they had Curse, they had Grip.
They found him, Stormstormer.
Well, they got on the wall.
He's gonna go for an easy one.
arteezy gonna TP back to his own tier 3. Crit. TPing. Can Stormstormer get there? No, not quite. He did ping it out. Unable to make the jump. Well, look at Kataomi. Hawk and Observer Ward. Oh, they see Abed. He's got Blink Curse. He can just make the jump here. Straight onto Abed. Catches out the puck. Fishman has the grip as well. The hook shot in is decent. Abed gets away from danger. Toby going to turn onto Nightfall. Maybe thinking about diving high ground, but Crit has offered himself to the gods of Entity. The sacrifice from
These
EG.
like sacrificial hook shots have been on point, because they could not get the core kill. Right on time, stopping the Fiend's grip, and also not allowing Beastmaster to close the gap. He needed like half a second to be able to get the roar, and then Puck is definitely dead.
You see, the arteezy island in a sea of red on their net worth board. 14,800. Second placed Alchemist always feels really, really rough as well. You want to be up at the top. You need that inflation of your Alchemist to be playing into your
Synderen
opponent's
once
hands.
said, when it's an alchemist game, it's an alchemist game. But I'm going to
This is
rephrase
one-
that. When it's a Beastmaster game, it really is a Beastmaster game because he's sitting at the 16,000 net worth on this beast. It's pretty ridiculous.
It's bonkers stuff, especially in the hands of Saberlight. Stormstormer, oh, he's hunting. Saberlight's down here as well. And they find him. Vision is there. Sentry and Ob spot Stormstormer. They've got Ancients coming across as well. Concoction in. Fatal Bonds as well as Crit. And he's trying to get himself out of here. The
High
focus
bomb.
in towards Abed, though. They just killed the puck. No escape for Abed, and the plasma field slows them down. Nightfall, and Crit jetpacking up to the high ground. And Toby's diving.
He does have another plasma field.
He can go in for the kill. He'll find the Warlock too. They've brought Nightfall. What can arteezy even do? They'll lose the Death Prophet inside their own base.
And he's getting
There
grabbed.
as well. They've killed them all off. EG are dead. Entity are going to break the Radiant base. And EG was
That's
so
a full
close.
steam wipe with the Beastmaster's aura. This is one set of barriers. There is no tier 2 tower on the mid lane, so that's potentially an extra set. And they didn't even use the Aegis on Tiny.
So close to TI. And in comes Entity. The upstarts. First major land for some of these players. And with a stand-in as well, showing what they're made of. Bot lane Arak's gone.
Next, kill the tier 2 tower and potentially get a toss back.
A Moonshard on the Tiny now. Abed. Oh, he used his phase shift. Dive bomb in, catch the puck. Silence comes, so no toss back. Crit being whacked around by the big bone sword of Tiny while they grip on
arteezy.
They found the Alchemist, the big kill for Entity, and they'll take him dead. No buyback for him. 2 heroes gone on EG, and that's got to be the end of their run. Entity aim for buildings, look for the finish, and focus down this final lane of barracks. Nightfall clear through, they get the golem from Fly, Crit jetpacks in, but there's nothing he can do.
And
Just
this is
get
it.
gold.
AG calls it. They are eliminated from this Arlington Major. Entity showing some really good stuff, not just in this series, but also throughout the tournament with a stand-in, playing Saberlight as their carry, but now putting him in his favorite position, putting him on the beat.